This video is sponsored by PotownStore.com, the best place to get yourself some TCG code cards. They're compatible with TCG Live as well, and they literally have everything. Use the coupon code ZAPDOSTCG for 5% off on everything on the website. This video is also sponsored by CARDMARKET.com. This is a European platform where you're able to buy and sell cards to people all across Europe. I personally use it every single day, and you can use the referral name ZAPDOSTCG when creating an account. Also, this video is sponsored by PLAYMAT.com, the best website to create your own unique custom playmat from scratch. They ship worldwide, and you can get 10% off by clicking the link down below. How cool is that? Last but not least, this video is sponsored by DragonShield.com, the best website to, of course, buy accessories. They have sleeves, they have binders, they literally have everything you want to start playing competitively. Or, if you're a collector, you can also get some fresh looking clear fit sleeves. They have everything. Check the link down below, of course, the affiliated link, and you're going to be helping out the channel so much. Thanks for sticking around with the commercials, and I'll see you guys shortly. Peace. What's up YouTube, it's ZAPDOSTCG here, and welcome back to another TCG video on my channel. Real life events are back. We've already seen, of course, the Brisbane Regionals, of course, unfolded with Natalie. And now we're actually going to be checking out the day 2 of Salt Lake City Regionals. The tournament is still not done, but I couldn't wait to make this video so you guys know what the meta will be looking like for upcoming events, because we're still in this Brilliant Stars format. And we see all the decks in day 2. We're here at Pokestats.com, so big shout out to them. So we're going to be, of course, putting this to the side a tiny little bit so you guys can look along with, of course, what is happening here. So as you can see, there is 74 decks that actually made it to day 2 of the regionals in Salt Lake City. There were so many players. I don't know what the cap was with the players, but at least there is actually over like 600 for sure. So we're going to be checking out this tournament, and we're going to be seeing which decks came out on top. So day 2 is still not concluded, so just as a little bit of a grain of salt, but we already know, thanks to Benjamin Fan, that these are the tables that they're playing with right now. So lots of Gengar around, so as you can see, and there's no Mew VMAX, probably going to be in top 8, which is mind-blowing. Course, with the high amount of Arceus, the high amount of Gengar, it's only logical because Arceus does have a chance against Mew VMAX, and just because of that, there's going to be a lot of decks piloting these kind of things. Also, one Rapid Strike Malamar. Is it this is the Malamar VMAX? Okay, one Rapid Strike Malamar, and then 2 Malamar VMAXs here, still playing it out for, of course, the first placement. There were a lot of accomplished players here, and we're going to be checking out what is going to be happening, because I already made a spreadsheet just for you guys to know what the meta will be looking like. So there's like 43% of day 2 was Mew VMAX. Just let that sink in. Of course, that's almost half of the decks in day 2 were Mew VMAX. That's only making sense because it's an S tier deck. We've talked about Mew VMAX in full detail. It's public enemy number 1 as well, but still people do not care about it. They just play it because it's just so powerful. You can also beat your counter decks. You can win against Gengar VMAX with Mew VMAX just because you get a first turn Alessa Sparkle, attack with Meloetta, and knock out their only Gengar in the active slot. We see that Arceus makes a huge resurgence with, of course, the Arceus Melanie build being played a lot. So Arceus Inteleon and Arceus Galarian Moltres Inteleon, so they are actually a little bit grouped together, are actually, if you think about it, is like 17%, which is actually not bad. So that's also almost 20%, which means Arceus is going to be the second most played deck in the Salt Lake Regionals. So Salt Lake City Regionals, I'm very excited. I cannot express my gratitude that Mew VMAX is not going to be in top 8. It's like, what? How cool. So, and there's also Arceus VSTAR with a whole heap of other decks. We've seen Arceus VSTAR with Malamar VMAX as a little bit of a high numbers. There's 4 of them in day 2. Pretty impressive. And then there's also Gengar, Houndoom, Bibarel, as well as Gengar with Arceus VMAX. Arceus VSTAR. So Gengar is not always paired with Houndoom. Instead, Gengar could also be paired up with Arceus. And there's 2 people playing that in day 2, and they're actually doing quite well if we take a look at how they're standing. So there's Gengar with Arceus, and then there's 4 Gengar decks actually doing pretty well. Look at these scores. 11-1-1, that's definitely top 8 if they have another win, if I'm not mistaken. So this is the last Swiss round, and no Mew VMAX being found is just insane to think about. So these Pokestats, keep this website, a close eye to this website when there's regional tournaments, because of course they upload all the player base, all the people that play, as well as all the decks. So if you are playing in the tournament, you know which decks are going to be going and advancing to day 2, on top of the people that want to be knowing what the meta will be looking like. So what else can we see here is that, yeah, even though there was so many Mew, not a lot got through to the top 8, it seems. And this pie chart is crazy, right? The conversion rate in day 2 is, of course, very low for Mew VMAX. If you think about like day 2 to top 8, the conversion rate is low. And that's because in day 2, everybody knows what they're doing. Most of them. So that means they already tested the Mew VMAX matchup so much that they know how to pilot against it. They know what to do. They know what their win cons are. And that's why Mew VMAX, public enemy number 1, is probably not going to be advancing to top 8. Gengar did incredibly well in this tournament, so maybe we will see more in Liverpool. And of course, Rapid Malamar still under the radar a tiny little bit, but there's still 4 people that have been playing that in day 2 of the Salt Lake City regionals. And of course, Rapid Malamar, I don't know which version it is. Is it with Chinchino? Is it with Inteleon? That is still up to yeah, the people to just showcase their deck list. I'm not going to be doing that right here, but we will be making videos about the lists that have been performing well on the channel very shortly. We've talked about most of these decks. If you're in dire need to check out the Mew VMAX, go check out the of course video we did on Mew VMAX. We already did a video about Arceus and Inteleon. The Arceus with Galarian Moltres is some sort of a toolbox. Some of them are playing the Galarian Zapdos V package in there, some of them aren't. But if you can see it right now, the reason why Gengar is doing so well is that they are playing Path to the Peak for sure, and Path to the Peak shuts down Star Birth, Path to the Peak shuts down Fusion Strike system of the Genesect V. Makes sense. And Jolteon is also doing pretty okay-ish. There was 3 people playing that in day 2. Suicune Ludicolo, 2 people played that. So on top of that, are there any decks that were thinking like, I wonder why people did not play that? If I come to take a look at the top of my head, are there any decks like Duraludon that fell off a tiny little bit? Actually, a lot, if I'm being honest. So Arceus VSTAR was paired with Duraludon, was very popular, did very well in the previous tournaments, but now, because all the Mews are playing Echoing Horn, Duraludon has a terrible matchup against that and has fallen down the wayside. There's even the same amount of people playing Arceus VSTAR with Beedrill Flygon than there are people playing Arceus VSTAR with Duraludon VMAX. And I talked about Arceus VSTAR with, of course, Beedrill and Flygon V. I made a video about that as well, so check that video out if you want to be knowing how that deck functions. Also, only 1 Eternatus VMAX in day 2, and it looks like it fell off the wayside a little bit if we're taking a look at the Twitter post that Benjamin Pan posted. There's a Dark Toolbox, and then also Arceus VSTAR with Gyarados VMAX and Arceus VSTAR with Sandaconda VMAX have been performing pretty okay in the Salt Lake City regionals. Yeah. Where do I place my bets going forward here? What will win? It's still up in the open. For all I know, Jolteon VMAX could be winning the tournament. Gengar VMAX could be winning the tournament. So that's like 1, 2. There's some Arceus builds. That's 3. And there's Rapstrike Malamar as well. But I don't know if that's going to be advancing because they still need a lot of wins. But they have a lot of ties though. 4 ties that Rapstrike Malamar makes sense because it's a 1 prize deck, taking longer than other decks to finish off the games. I don't know. It's up in the open. Let me know in the comment section what you want to see win the Salt Lake City Regionals. And this has been a recap for, of course, day 2 decks from Salt Lake City. Hopefully, you guys enjoy videos like this. These are just up in the open. As soon as I'm watching the stream right now, I'm actually watching the stream right now, and we're actually going to be knowing which deck is going to be winning very shortly. But for now, you know what the meta was for the Salt Lake City Regionals. Anyhow, have yourself a fantastic rest of your day, and go check out, of course, the videos that I talked about. Gengar with Bibarel, made a video about it. The Arceus VSTAR with Inteleon, made a video about it. So they're all available on the channel if you want to be, of course, getting those deck lists. Go check out our sponsors as well. PokedownStore.com, the best place for TCGO code cards. You can use the coupon code ZapdosTCG for 5% off. There's also Dragon Shield if you're looking for accessories, binders, sleeves, etc. Click the link down below. There's CARDMARKET.com for European players. You can buy and sell cards to people all across Europe. And last but not least is PLAYMAT.com. Click the link down below. Get 10% off when creating your own custom playmat. Anyhow, have yourself a fantastic rest of your day. The Pokemon TCG real-life tournaments are back, and I cannot wait to see some of you guys at the Liverpool Regional Championships. Anyhow, have yourself a fantastic day. I'll see you guys tomorrow with more Pokemon TCG epicness. Peace.